5 to the Guide to Starting an SB Decoration Business revolves around understanding digital artwork, screen printing, and decoration outsourcing. Section 1 is an introduction to digital artwork. It is extremely important that as a new decoration business, you understand what exactly digital artwork is. Okay, so digital artwork is created in some type of graphic design software program, which is typically either Photoshop, Illustrator, or Corel Draw. Now, the type of digital artwork is either going to be a bitmap or a vector. And it is extremely important that you and your students understand the difference between a bitmap and a vector image. A bitmap image uses pixels, essentially dots, to create an image. Bitmap images are good for changing colors and so forth, but they're not great for other things like screen printing. And what we really want to work with are vector images. A vector does not use pixels, essentially dots, to create an image. A vector uses lines and curves. Lines and curves allows artwork to be trapped, essentially colors, which can easily be identified and separated, which is what we need to do in screen printing. Also, because vector images use lines and curves, they can be scaled without losing any image quality. If you were to take a bitmap image and try to expand it to make it larger, you will lose a lot of image quality because pixels, dots, are not meant to be resized, versus lines and curves can be resized without any issues. Section 2 is an introduction to the screen printing process. First, within step 1, we have to create a film positive, which involves us taking the digital artwork and printing it onto a transparent film. Once we have that film, we're going to coat a screen with emulsion, essentially glue. That'll eventually become our stencil. Now that we've coated a screen and let it dry, and we have our film positive, we are going to actually tape the film positive to the dry coated screen and expose it to ultraviolet light. Once the screen has been exposed to the ultraviolet light, essentially the image within the film positive is transferred, or essentially burned, into the screen. And how we actually reveal the stencil is we put it in a large industrial sink and spray the screen with a power washer, which will wash out the image and create a stencil for us to print from. Step 5 is to actually print, which will involve us essentially pulling ink through the screen using a squeegee and land onto a transfer paper. From there, we actually have to dry the ink by sending it through a conveyor dryer, in which from there, it'll actually be cured and last for a long time. Section 3 is outsourcing heat transfer vinyl cutting and embroidery. Now, it is not uncommon to get a demand for only a couple shirts that are only of 1 or 2 colors. When this happens, it's a good idea to consider heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfer vinyl is extremely easy to apply and allows you to satisfy the wants and needs of some of your more difficult but experienced customers. You can also choose to outsource embroidery, which includes hats, polos, and bags. We even sell an embroidery sample kit, which you can purchase, featuring many different blank product samples in your school colors and a couple of your logos sewn onto the products. You will get the demand all the time for embroidery, but it's a good idea to be able to know that you can outsource it to print phase at a wholesale price and make a good margin playing the middleman. Section 4 is outsourcing direct-to-garment and wide format printing. Along with embroidery and vinyl cutting, you're going to get the demand for full color images to be printed onto apparel, and only a few shirts that need the design. When this occurs, it is a good idea to send print phase the artwork, in which we will direct-to-garment print any full color design onto any 100% apparel product. And the same thing really goes with wide format printing. In wide format printing, we are essentially primarily printing posters, stickers, wall clings like fatheads, and vinyl banners, which are commonly used for graduation banners. Section 5's activity is to create retail product designs. Now that you understand the difference between bitmap and vector images and the different types of software program that you can use to create them, it's a good idea to start creating retail designs to sell to your customers. Your students can express their creativity and have fun while learning the different types of artwork programs. If you have any questions about digital artwork, screen printing, or any of the other decoration methods, please do not hesitate contacting us. Thank you.